Hello everybody, and welcome back to a new video. Today's video is going to be different, one that we have not ever done before.
Different?
And that's going to be an advice video. For those of you who are new here, this is my husband Larry. As you can see, we are in an age gap relationship, so.
We are?
So on my Instagram, I asked you guys to send me over questions or any concerns that you guys are having in your life. And Larry and I are going to try to give the best advice possible. Now, we are not like therapists or anything like that, so, but this is just kind of like friends giving friends advice video. And actually, I got this idea from FERRIS. I watch his videos and he does an advice video, so I will link him down below just because that is where I got the idea from, and I love him. He's such a sweet guy. So
hi Mark.
Hi Mark, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, but if you are. So we're going to go through them.
Jersey is the Dallas Stars. Congratulations for making the NHL Lord Stanley Cup playoffs. They used to be in Cleveland, they moved to Minnesota, and then they moved to Dallas. So I have recently worn a Columbus Blue Jackets jersey, so I opted not to wear that one today, even though they came back from 3 down to beat the Lightning yesterday, 4-3 in Tampa, I believe. And I don't have a Tampa jersey yet. I'm working on that.
Gotta get one.
I know.
Sports brought to you by Larry.
Hi.
So the first one is, what advice would you give on not caring about what people think? P.S. I love you guys. We love you too.
Yes.
My thing about not caring what people think is it depends on who's judging you. Like, honestly, I'll be completely honest. If my friends or family was upset with me, or, you know, that I do kind of a little bit care about what they think. But in the big scheme of things, it really doesn't matter what other people think of you, and just as long as you're comfortable and happy and content with yourself, that's what matters most, not what other people think.
Yeah, if somebody you've never seen before says something stupid or tries to insult you, consider the source. If they're not family, they're not friends, they're not someone you've invested a lot of time and energy and emotions into, who cares what they say or what they think?
Okay, so how to get over the fear of flying.
Look at it this way. I'm a sports guy. Look at all the professional sports teams. Hockey, basketball, football, baseball. Every time they travel, they generally go by air. And it's probably one of the safest means of transportation that you can possibly use.
For someone, though, that you don't really get nervous with flying, but for somebody that does have anxiety and fear of flying, which I do have somewhat anxiety, I haven't really went into all of that, but and I do get nervous about flying. I especially get nervous when the turbulence, I get a little worked up, but just try to stay calm, do everything, like prepare yourself, prepare your mind before the flight. Bring cozy things with you, like a pillow or a stuffed animal or a book or music, like really calming music. Download music on your phone and listen to that. That really helps. I'm 19, dating a guy who is 47. Any advice on how to tell family and not be judged? So that is a really hard one because it really, really depends on your family. It depends on the people that are in your life, and my best advice for that entire situation would be just to be completely open and honest with your family. Don't try to hide anything. The longer you wait to tell, the more it'll build up. So just, you know, if you have that one person, like a sister or a brother, or if you're really close to your mom or really close to your dad or extremely close with your grandparents, if it's easier just to tell one person in your family at first, which is the route that I took, I told my mom first. I just was like, Mom, I gotta tell you something, are you sitting down? And I just kind of like told her, and I felt so much relief when I did. She was really supportive. At first though, however, she did think it was a phase, but overall she was very supportive, and I'm very thankful for that. So just find one person in your family. Okay.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either. Just find one person.
That was a bird that had tacos for lunch.
On a serious note though, just it's so funny. Just try to find one person in your family that you really feel close to and can talk to, and try to be honest with them.
And be prepared if they have a little bit of a shock at first, but just talk them through it. Tell them how much time and emotions and things that you invested, and that it's returned, and it's both ways.
Yeah, that's just expect that people might not view it as normal, because it's not that it's normal, but it's not abnormal. But just try to, take into consideration that people might not be all, oh, that's great, that, you know what I mean. Just try to, everybody, it'll take time. It can take time.
Yeah, and in my generation, if I was her age and this was turned back 30 years, I think people would have been way more upset than they are now. There's a lot more things in society that are looked at as kind of odd or unusual, but they don't get to the same level of people being upset than it would have years ago.
Yeah. My hubby and I are thinking of moving out of state. What was it like for you, and any advice? Moving is stressful a little bit.
Yeah. If you can avoid a deadline, do everything sooner than you need to.
Yeah.
Pros and cons about how much stuff do you have to move. Are you going to rent a truck and do it yourself, or are you going to hire movers to come and do it? If you do that, try and have everything packed up before they even get there. Yeah. So it's just a matter of obviously moving the furniture out. But if everything is in boxes, easy for me to say. If everything's in boxes, it's just a matter of carrying them out, putting them on the truck, and when it's all loaded, off you go.
Yeah, I would make a to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
And the kitchen is probably your biggest thing. Maybe start with the kitchen first.
Yeah, and think about it with today's pricing too. You don't have to move everything. Yeah. If there's something that's awkward or something that you can do without short term, and you can go to your new location and go to a store and buy one new,
yeah, you like sell your old couch and purchase a new one once you get to your new home.
Yeah, and appliances and things like that.
Yes. This is a really good one, and one that even I have struggled with. I'm not sure if you have. The question is how to not envy other people's lives. And we live right now in a world that is so publicized, I would say, and you're following so many people on social media, and people that have like 200,000 followers versus somebody who has 300 followers, and you see that as, oh, I don't like, we all look at it as you're not enough. Like, people will think of it that way, and that is not at all true. And everybody goes at their own pace is what I'm trying to say. And just because somebody has this and somebody has that, you're also not seeing what's behind those pictures and what's behind the scenes in that person's life. And I think just finding your own path and finding your own way and being happy and surround yourself with loving family and loving friends is what's important, and just try to think of it like that.
And remember, when you start a career, I started law enforcement. I knew I was never going to be rich. If I could have been athletically inclined and been able to play hockey, football, baseball, I would have probably been a millionaire. And when I was a kid, if you saw a millionaire, that was rare. You saw, oh my God, that's a millionaire. He's got $1 million. Now you pay $20, you go to a ballpark, and you see 18 of them running around on the field.
Yeah.
But I knew I was never going to be a millionaire doing what I did or what I chose to do for my profession. Just accept that whatever you want to do, if you can find somebody to pay you to do it, be happy. And don't worry about all the stuff you see on TV, because when they show you the mansions and all the cars and all the bling and everything, 2 years later that might all be gone.
Yeah. Not only that, and it's just not what's important in life. Try to remember that the fancy houses and the fancy cars, it's really not. Is it nice that those people can have that and afford that? Absolutely. And that's great, but not all of us will have that, and that's also okay. That's what's important to remember.
I'll probably never own a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
But I own a Chevy, and when you think about it, you put a key in it, you turn it, the engine starts, you drive it. If it's cold out, you turn the heater on. If it's warm out, you turn the air conditioner on, you turn the radio on. It does the same thing a Rolls Royce does. It's just a Chevy.
Yeah. We're all individual people, and we're all living in the same world. We all have a beating heart, and our bodies do the same thing. So try not to envy what other people have. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay, so this is the one that is kind of, I've had a few questions about, and I'm going to read them both. The first one is, I want to start my own YouTube channel, but I don't know. I'm scared and nervous. Help. And the other one is, how do you go about getting a YouTube channel started? What's the beginner's equipment to have?
I think the best beginner's equipment to have to know how to start a YouTube channel is YouTube.
That's what I did. I wanted to start a YouTube channel 5 years ago. I did start my YouTube channel almost 2 years ago. And I just watched YouTube videos like how to do this, how to do that, because you don't really have anybody to teach you. So you kind of just YouTube and look it up. The best equipment is natural light. So Larry and I are actually sat right in front of a window. This is natural light. We do have a ring light. I will add that. It is on the lightest setting possible, but you could honestly do a video with just natural light and it'll look flawless. So don't go out and buy all this expensive lighting and all this expensive, camera equipment and camera. You don't need that.
Her first video was with a regular camera that shot video. And a trouble light that I used when I worked on the car in the garage.
Yeah, I did it. It's just basic. And if you want to start a YouTube channel, it's something that you really want to do, just do it. Somebody also asked, do you need to, if you want to start a YouTube channel, do you need to have a certain criteria that you talk about or a specific topic that you always talk about? And no, I don't think so, because technically my very first videos were on beauty kind of stuff, but I'm not perfect at beauty. I just like it. Then it transferred over into I was strictly Harry Potter, but would do Bath and Body Works hauls and stuff like that. Now it's lifestyle, which I think is very broad, which I love because we can do pretty much anything. We can vlog our day, we can go out and do things, and you guys seem to really enjoy that. So I just think if you really want to start a YouTube channel, just go for it. And don't hesitate and do it. And don't worry about the hate that you might get online, because it might happen, but
it'll happen.
It'll happen. It's happened. But yeah, go for it. If you want to do it, go for it.
Do it, because her biggest regret out of all of this is that she didn't do it 3 years sooner.
That's my only regret out of doing this. I have no regrets in putting my life online. It's something that I always knew I wanted to do. I just always knew, because I went to college and I went and I stopped and I went and I stopped, and I never knew what I wanted to do. And this is actually what I've always wanted to do. Whether actually it was, this is going to sound funny, but I wanted to model and I wanted to be an actress. Those are actually the things that I wanted to do, but for me I felt oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to do something like that. But I knew I always wanted to do something in this area and in this realm, and this is it. YouTube was it, and I love it, and I'm so thankful that it's going as well as it is, and that I get to share it with you, and he enjoys it just as much, so we can do it together.
I always wanted to be a model too, but I look like this.
You're beautiful, and you're tall. You're 6 foot. You could. I'm a little too short, I think. I'm 5'7".
I think you were. Because back in the day, they had very strict. You had to be for a female model. You had to be over 5'7".
Was it 5'9"?
5'9".
I think you had to be over 5'9".
Yeah, tall.
I'm not sure though, because I did apply once for. My mom and I loved America's Next Top Model, and we watched it all the time, and I applied for America's Next Top Model. Well, I was going to, and I went on, and you had to be 5'9". However, I think they have the petite version now. Yeah, they have a petite version. But yeah, that was basically, that's the YouTube talk. What do you do when you're down and feel alone despite of having friends? Aw, first things first though, I think it is okay to feel down every now and then. You are not going to be 100% happy and positive. As you guys see, in my pictures on my Instagram, on YouTube, I am generally always happy, always positive, and that is a great way to live your life, and that's how I try to remain all of the time. Occasionally, I'll wake up, put on my clothes, get dressed, and I just feel weird. I feel sad, I feel down, I feel depressed, and it's okay to have those days, and just understand that it is okay to have those days. But when I do feel like that, I try to watch my favorite I try to watch my favorite shows, which obviously would be Harry Potter, Downton Abbey. I try to go outside, maybe go for a drive, go somewhere with Larry, just get out of the house. Read, maybe.
Yeah, she's got her Harry Potter books. She's got the movies.
Yeah.
Mine was cameras. I take the camera, I head towards the local park, and I look for wildlife.
Yeah.
And if I can't find anything there, there's always the zoo.
Exactly.
And to be able to be out and watch squirrels or whatever it is, animals just being animals. It's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of the stress away and it keeps your mind occupied. And then in my case with the camera, I get to look at pictures and enjoy the pictures. Remember, anytime you see the medical helicopter going over or hear the ambulance going by or the fire trucks, always remember there's people that are having a worse day than you are.
Yeah, that's kind of a good thing to think about too, is there's somebody out there that's going through something that's terribly sad. Just try to think about what's positive in your life and what's going on that's really wonderful in your life. But yeah, that would be it. I wanted to add something. Oh, I think too, like, staying off of social media when you are feeling sad is a good thing in a way. Unless you have that person that you really like to watch that lifts your spirits. I do have one person that I love to go and watch her videos when I'm feeling really, really poo sometimes. And so if there is somebody out there or something out there on the internet that you really like, go ahead and do it if it'll cheer you up. However, like that question previously, envying people's lives, envying what people have, looking at followers, looking at that. If that is going on, you need just put the phone down and walk away. And that's just entirely in itself. I think it's really healthy to put the phone down, take an hour away from it, because these are glued to us. They're everywhere we go. They're in your pocket, they're in your purse, they're in your hands constantly. Sometimes this is the problem, and it's best to just set it down and walk away. It's glued.
Don't get glued to your phone.
Okay, this next one, how to get motivated to spring clean. Your favorite cleaning products. Love you guys. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, so our spring is kind of like in like February, March-ish. It gets cooler.
Yeah, it's
warmer.
Tough to gauge spring cleaning when you're in Florida because
our
winter is different. Like spring. Yeah. I'm not bragging. I'm very happy about that. That's why we moved here.
Yeah. So weather permitting then, wherever you're at in the area, you know what, I look at it as soon as it gets like that 50, 60 degrees, I like to open up all my windows, open the blinds, let the natural sunlight in. When you open the windows, you're getting that burst of fresh air, and that is my motivation. Yep. Put on a good song, a good track, a good movie, like maybe not a movie, because it depends on what you're watching. Me, I've seen Harry Potter a million times, so I can put on Harry Potter and then successfully go do things. But maybe like some good tunes, and then just light a candle, a spring candle.
Check out the kitchen cabinets, check out your closets. If you have something that you haven't touched or used in a year,
you are perfect.
Yeah, get rid of it.
That's perfect, because that's what we did. Yeah. We went through our closet. I think I got rid of 4 or 5 garbage bags of clothes. We donated them.
Yeah, we donated more than, we probably doubled that.
And stuff in the house.
Yeah.
Like decor.
Watch Hoarders on TV. That's a good way to get motivated to start moving stuff out of the house. Mm-hmm. And if you have things that you think you're attached to, get a box, fill the box, put it off to the side where you're not going to see it for a week. And then go back and ask yourself, it's been a week, what's in that box? If you can't remember anything that you put in that box, chances are you're not going to need it. Donate it to somebody that can use it.
That's perfect. That is spot on. Cleaning products, I don't really know. Like, I don't really have set. Like, when I think of spring cleaning, though, we have these big sliding glass doors. I like to clean the track out. I like to clean the windows. I like to dust everything, vacuum, and just do like the household clear out. Because it's really nice to get rid of some of that winter and fall and those darker colors, and maybe like inspire yourself. Go out to maybe Bath and Body Works, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Pick yourself out like a little, like I said, a spring candle or some spring colored flowers, and put that in the house, and that'll just kind of give you, buying real flowers.
Buying real flowers?
Yeah. Buy yourself some tulips. That's definitely motivation to start spring cleaning, at least for us.
Set the goal to buy some flowers, and then if you have a tabletop that's all cluttered, clear it off. Make room for those flowers, and then go out and get them.
That's beautiful.
And enjoy them.
Okay, this is a good one. How do you efficiently and productively communicate when you're angry? So I think everybody struggles with this. I know Larry and I have struggled with this from time to time. It does happen. The best thing to do is to not communicate when you're extremely angry, in my opinion. Take a few minutes and walk away and just take a few breaths, because if you communicate when you're extremely angry, it's going to come out wrong. There's going to be things that come out of your mouth that you cannot take back, which has happened. If you do that, just apologize when things cool down, but I would just say take a step back from the situation, go take a walk outside. Don't get in your car and drive off and leave either. That is so unsafe. You do not ever want to do something like that. It's terrible. Just take a little walk around the block, or just sit in an opposite side of the house and just breathe for a little bit until you both cool down. That's the best way to communicate.
And then just say, can we talk? Don't say we're going to talk. No, maybe the other person isn't ready, and when you say we're gonna talk, you're just gonna light the fire again.
Exactly, that's true too.
Yeah.
And try to be open-minded to what you're gonna think your side is right, he's gonna think his side is right, or he and he, or she and she, like whatever your partner, whatever you guys are going through. Try to be open-minded and try to be understanding of the other person's feelings. Don't just go in it thinking my way is right. And I have been that person that I get so caught up in how upset I was that I'm I refuse to talk to you, I refuse to look at you, and then you get mad because the other person hasn't come into the room yet, or the other person hasn't come to talk to you yet. So then there's just that unnecessary buildup that makes everything worse. Like Larry said, just go up to your significant other and just say, hey, can we please talk? If they're not ready yet, that's okay, just step away. And just try to remain calm. Speaking about relationship issues is best to do when you're calm and collective. That's the best way to do it effectively.
There's his way, her way, the right way, the wrong way, but there's always, when you have a point of view that's over here and one that's over here, there's that space in the middle. And if you give a little bit, you're getting closer to the middle. If the other party gives a little bit, they're getting closer to the middle. And when you're looking at a gap this big, sometimes if you go into it hot-headed, you're going to make it even wider. If you work on it and you try and close that gap, then it's much easier to come to a conclusion that's good for both.
So the last one that we're going to talk about is dealing with someone who just uses you. If you know that person is using you, walk away.
Run away.
Run away as fast as you can. There's nothing worse than being with somebody who, especially when you love that person or you really like that person, and they're just in it for what's for them, and let's hang out, but you're gonna buy my meal. Wink wink. But you don't know that yet, but that's what always happens. Or you want to hang out with them, but they only hang out with you when it's convenient, or if they're bored, or
hey, let's get together and work on our homework. Okay, well, that means that you're going to get together and
share your answers.
You're going to do all of their homework along with your homework.
Yeah.
Don't know.
If you know it's happening, but you're friends with that person, maybe even just try to talk to them about it. Like, hey, it's kind of a hard thing to bring up, but just let them know, I really like you. I think we're great friends or a great couple, but I feel like you're using me and this is the reasons why, and just talk about it. If that person doesn't realize they're doing it and you guys can effectively discuss that and talk about it, that is great. And then maybe it'll fix the problem. However, if you bring it up and they get angry and nasty, it's time to walk away. It's time to run away. And you deserve better than that. So don't settle for that.
And if you're spending time with someone because you want to be their friend, but you don't think you're quite there yet, is that someone you really want to be a friend with?
Yeah.
The answer is no. As much as you may want it to be and work out that way, the answer is no. Stay away from them.
Exactly. Toxic people are not good to have in your life. No. Hang around and surround yourself with people who bring you up and cherish you and want to be with you just as much as you want to be with them. I like that. I like this idea. I feel like it's so uplifting and helpful.
Hopefully we help somebody.
I hope so. If we did help you guys, or you like the thought of these advice ideas, let us know in the comments below, and maybe we'll do an advice idea once a month. For sure.
Yeah.
So go ahead over and follow us on Instagram. His is Larry Links. Mine is Mindy Minx. They are listed down below, so you guys can be a part of this next video that we'll do. I guess we'll do it in, what's April? we'll do it in May again.
May.
If you guys really like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when we upload.
And if you have any advice for us, comments down below.
Yeah, very true. I like that. All right, guys. We'll see you guys again very soon.
Bye!
What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But the first one is okay. Oh, what's that? That wasn't mine. It was yours, wasn't it?
Must have been, because you're holding yours.
Where's yours?
Up there.
Oh, hopefully I thought people are going to think we farted or something.
That was my phone.
It's a little harsh at the end. Like it is what it is. Bring it. Bring.
What?
So the last one that we're going to talk to. I liked that video. Did you?
5 it.
I think that's super cute.